Hello, everyone. Wherever you are right now, in your home, in your room, or in your quiet place, I'm really happy that all of you are here. Today is a special day. It's our first mindfulness session of 2026. And even though we are from different countries, different time zones, and different places, this moment connects us. Mindfulness means being aware of this moment, not worrying about yesterday, not rushing into tomorrow, just being here, listening, breathing, and noticing. In 2026, each of us will experience many things: new lessons, new challenges, happy moments, and even maybe some difficult ones too. When things feel busy or confusing, remember this. You always have your breath, you always can pause, you always notice, and you can begin again. Be kind to yourself, even when you make mistakes. Be present, even when life feels fast. And be brave, not because you're fearless, but because you keep on trying. No matter which country you are joining from today, we all are here with the same skill: how to understand our minds and take care of our hearts. So, as 2026 begins, I wish you peace in your thoughts, strengths and challenges, and joy in small everyday moments. Before we start today's session, I would like to give a brief summary of last week's program. At the beginning of the session, Swami Mahansi talked about how we can start a real new year without sticking on to resolutions. Then we did mindful walking and mindful sitting for about 10 minutes and discussed the reports with the group. Finally, the session concluded with a brief mindfulness activity, bringing the program to a close. Now I would respectfully invite Venerable Dhamma Oshadathero to start the program. Avsarai Swaminams.
Hello, everybody. If you cannot hear me, please let me know. Happy New Year to everyone. I believe this is the first session of 2026, right? Yeah, it's been quite a long time since uh, I got on here with all of you, maybe a few months. So I am happy to be back. Happy to see all your faces again. Happy to know that you're still interested in mindfulness. This makes me very happy. And I think that is in order because this is Happy New Year, right? Okay, so thank you for that wonderful introduction, Tenuka. And for today, we will be discussing how to send hugs. This is our topic for today. Sending virtual hugs. All of us know how to use technology. We are right here on Zoom. I don't know, when I was younger, when I was the age of most of you, we really didn't have something like this where we can connect to each other and see each other and speak to each other over long distances, over between, you know, like Tenuka said, we are from all over the world. And even if we're all from Sri Lanka, we're from different towns, different places. So today we will be discussing how to send a virtual hug. But it's not just a hug that we will be discussing. It's what we mean by sending a hug. Usually, what does it mean when you give someone a hug or you give your pet a hug? This is a way of showing affection, right? It's a way of showing love. It's a way of showing appreciation, a way of showing understanding. And when you give someone a hug, you are letting them know that they are important, right? So how do we let people know that they are important? Not only just by giving them a hug. Today, yes, we will learn how to send virtual hugs, but what does it actually mean to send a hug? It means to show others that they are important. So how do we do this? When we are mindful, of course, now we want to bring in mindfulness into whatever we do. When we are mindful, when we are always with the present moment, as we have practiced before, we know when we are doing mindful sitting or mindful walking or mindful daily activities, brushing, bathing, just doing house chores, just doing anything with our body. When we are mindful, when we are only paying attention to what we are doing in that present moment, we notice thoughts come in the mind, right? Maybe thoughts because of what we see, what we hear, what we smell, what we are tasting, or what is touching our body. Because of all these things, we always notice thoughts coming in our mind, and they come and they go, and they come and they go. And so when we are mindful, we don't let ourselves get distracted by things. And when we are mindful, we will always find that we cannot hurt other people, because when ugly and evil thoughts come into our mind, because we are always training our mind to be mindful, to be just in the present moment, we just observe these ugly thoughts coming, and then they just disappear, and we don't even have to do anything about it because we are just paying attention to what we are doing at that moment, whether it is walking or sitting or just any other daily activity. So when an ugly thought comes in the mind, we don't, start blaming ourselves. Oh, how I don't want to have these ugly thoughts. We just accept that there is a thought in the mind, and then we come back to the present moment through what we are doing with our body, right? And so we will notice over time that when we remain mindful, it becomes more difficult to follow thoughts that hurt other people. And when we do not hurt other people, we show them that they are important. For example, some of you have pets at home, right? If you have a pet at home, a dog, a cat, a parrot, or whatever, you will always make sure to clean after your pet. You will always make sure to feed your pet, to protect your pet maybe from the rain, or when it's too hot, you let your pet inside. All these are actions that show that we care about our pet. And it's not just pets, even the people we live with at home, our parents, our friends. When we are mindful, we find that it becomes more and more difficult to do things that makes them upset, that makes them unhappy, that makes them hurt. And so you see, this is one superpower that we have because of mindfulness. We cannot hurt other people because we are always in the present moment. Whatever we think, whether good or bad, we just notice them as thoughts, and then we bring ourselves back to the present moment through what we are doing with our body, through our physical activities. Another thing is that when we are mindful, we find that it becomes more and more difficult to take things that have not been given to us. There is a name for taking things that have not been given to you. What's that name? It's called stealing. That word is stealing. So when we are mindful, naturally, we want good things for ourselves, no? When we see someone with something nice, a part of your mind says, I wish I had that something as well. I want to have that something. I want to enjoy that something. A nice toy, maybe a nice telephone, a nice pair of shoes, a nice hat. This is just the natural nature of our mind. We see something nice with somebody else and we want it for ourselves. And sometimes when we entertain or when we follow these thoughts too much, we might be moved to steal something, to take something that has not been given to us. And of course, this is not right. This is wrong. To take things that do not belong to you, stealing is not good. And so now, when we add our practice of mindfulness, whenever thoughts come that make us want things, especially things that do not belong to us, again, because of how we train our mind every day, 10 minutes mindful sitting, 10 minutes mindful walking, we just remember, oh, now this thought has come in the mind. And now the thought has gone because we are bringing ourselves to what we are doing in the present moment. And so, because of this, it becomes more and more difficult to take things that have not been given to us. It becomes very difficult to steal. This is another benefit of mindfulness. And then the third thing I'm going to speak about, first, we talked about uh, protecting others. And then we just talked about taking what has not been given to us. The third thing I'm going to talk about is what we say with our mouth, our speech. You will find that when you keep practicing mindfulness, it becomes more and more difficult to speak lies. It becomes more and more difficult to say wrong things about others, maybe to gossip about others, or to just speaking things without meaning. Just we call it idle chatter. You know, when you're idle, you have nothing to do. So a thought comes up in your mind and you say, let me just talk about this. Doesn't matter if it helps me, if it is beneficial to me, or if it is helping others. We like to do these things often, no? And we also see others just talking things that are not very helpful to themselves and to others. And so when we are mindful, whatever comes up in the mind and we want to say something that is a lie, we ourselves deep down in our heart, we know that lying is not good because it does hurt other people, right? And if you lie, if you get caught, you're in hot water, you'll get in trouble. So when we are mindful, whenever we want to say something that is a lie, our mindfulness will always catch us. And then we will know, no, that is a lie. I shall not speak lies because I know the consequences, the results of speaking lies, and the results are not very good. And so because of that, you will reconsider and then you will speak the truth. Doesn't matter if the truth is painful to accept, but it is the truth. And we know the benefits of speaking truthfully. When we want to say harsh words, bad words, bad words, not bird words like flying birds. I meant to say bad words and, dirty words, obscene words. Naturally, sometimes we get angry when somebody does something hurtful to us. We want to lash out at them. We want to retort and say something nasty to hurt them. Many people are just naturally like this. So if you find that this is happening to you, somebody has hurt you, somebody has said something nasty to you, you always want to do it back to them. You have hurt me, now I will hurt you. You hurt me, I hurt you. Both of us hurt. Come on, let's go, let's fight. But when you're mindful, again, you find it more and more difficult to speak lies or to speak nastily towards someone, to say harsh words, bad words, dirty words. This is another benefit of mindfulness because every time that happens, you always remember, come back to the present moment. And when you're always in the present moment, any action that you take will not hurt you and it will not hurt others. And I would like us to remember this very well. When you are mindful, every action that you take or every word that you speak, it can never hurt others and it can never hurt you. So if it does hurt others or if it does hurt you, both of you, then you know for sure there is no mindfulness there. Because if there was mindfulness, you would just take a moment and think again and reconsider. As you keep on practicing every day, mindfully, this moment where you stop and you think again, it becomes shorter and shorter and shorter. So you don't even need to think about it, so that everything you do, everything you say, it is always helpful to others. It is always beneficial to others. And the words you speak, they are affectionate words, words that show love towards others, words that show other people they're important. So that is a third thing, how we speak. Our speech is also affected by our mindfulness. When we are mindful, we have good speech. And so those four things, uh, caring for others, caring for pets, and really just caring for all the beings, all living beings around us. And then the second thing is not taking what has not been given to us. When we are mindful, we cannot do that. And the third thing is how we speak. Our speech, when we are mindful, our speech will always be pleasant. It will always be kind, compassionate, and loving. We will have loving words for other people. And so, what what really is? Why are we doing all of this? What is the benefit? What is the use of doing things mindfully? Like I said, with all those things that we have, all those things that I have discussed, when you do things mindfully, then you will not feel guilty. You know, after you do something bad, after you do something negative, something unwholesome, you always have uh, unpleasant feelings because you know that was wrong. You have hurt someone else. Afterwards, you feel guilty. Guilty means uh, you do not like the actions that you do. And so when we are mindful, you see, now we cannot do unwholesome or bad things to others. When we are always in the present moment, we know the kind of thoughts that we have, we know the kind of actions that we are doing. And when we do good things later on, we cannot feel bad about it. And so this is one benefit among many of the benefits of being mindful and being in the present moment. And so when we do not regret or when we don't feel bad about the things we have done, the things we have said, then we become peaceful. We become peaceful ourselves. And when we become peaceful, our mindfulness increases even more. So now you see, when you become mindful, your mindfulness increases even more. Becoming mindful increases mindfulness, right? And then another benefit, the last benefit I would like to speak about, a benefit for being mindfulness, is that as time goes by, day after day, week after week, or year after year, and every day you just do things mindfully, always in the present moment, not doing things that hurt others, not speaking words that hurt others, always doing actions that are good for you and good for others, always saying things that are good for you and good for others. Over a period of time, slowly you will start to notice that when you protect others, you also feel protected. This is just how nature is. Or when you do not take things that have not been given to you, then your things, you don't lose your things. People do not take your things. Or when you speak kindly to others, it affects those around you very strongly. And so they feel, this Tenuka does not speak harshly to me. So I will not speak harshly to him. He does not speak dirty, nasty, bad words to me. And so it is not right if I do the same to him. And now you see, you become friendly with everyone just naturally. You don't have to do anything, just be mindful. Always know that what you're doing or what you're speaking is good for you and good for others. And others, they naturally do the same for you. So when we are mindful, this it just naturally happens. It just naturally happens. And I don't know about you, but I feel that this is a very good thing for all of us, for all humanity. We should always try to practice mindfulness whenever we can. So I hope that you will keep all these things that we have discussed today in mind. Always try to be in the present moment. Whatever you feel like doing or whatever you feel like saying, if you're mindful, then you will always take a moment, come back to the present moment, and take action that is good for you and good for others. All right. So that wraps up our discussion for today. Well, it really wasn't much of a discussion. It's just me who's been talking all the time. But we will interact more in the sessions to come, in the reports, after you write your reports. So now I think we can move on to mindful walking. Just a reminder, mindful walking, we find a path that we can walk back and forth. Always keep your attention on the movement of your body. You walk, you take one step after another, one step after another. You reach the end of the path, you turn around. Always know what you're doing with the body. You turn around and then you take another step, another step. And while you're doing all of this, you'll have thoughts, you will see things, you will hear things. But whenever that happens, always come back to what you are doing with your physical body, which is walking. And I would like you to remember all of these things that come up in your mind. Did you act or react to them? Were you able to come back to what you are doing in the moment, which is walking back and forth? Please remember all these things, because afterwards you will write a report, 2 or 3, 4 sentences to share with the group how your experience with mindful walking was. So without further ado, please let us begin mindful walking. And when the bell goes, we will return to our seats. Okay? Okay, everyone, if you can hear me, please give a thumbs up. Great. Wonderful. I don't know why, but somehow I didn't hear the bell. I don't know, maybe it's this headphones. Anyways, all right. So now let's move on to mindful sitting. Remember, we are always trying to be in the present moment. We will sit comfortably on a chair, on a cushion, on the floor, maybe even just where you are right now. Sit up straight, your hands on your laps, or you can put one hand on top of the other like that and rest them on your laps. But whatever you do, just make sure you're comfortable. Don't strain any muscles. Relax your face, relax your shoulders, just let them fall. Let your shoulders fall and put your feet firmly on the ground, both your feet on the floor, on the ground. Again, bring your attention to your face. If you're scrunching up your face, just relax them. Close your eyes gently, not tightly, just close your eyes gently. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. And then start observing how you're breathing in and breathing out. Don't do anything to change how you're breathing. Just breathe normally. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we want to stay mindful. That means we want to keep our attention on how this breathing in and breathing out is happening. And as it is happening, you will notice that your mind will start noticing other things. It will start noticing how whatever you're sitting on feels, whether it is soft or hard. It will start noticing the condition around you, whether it is cold or hot. You will just feel some kind of way, and the mind will always know that. You don't even need to use any effort to know it. The mind just automatically knows that it is like this or it is like that. Or maybe you will hear something, and then because of what you have heard, you start thinking about that thing, whatever sound that was. But when you notice that you're doing that, let us bring our attention back to how we are breathing in and breathing out. Just relaxed, without using much energy, just the way you have always been breathing. Just observe that without changing anything. Whenever the mind starts wandering, just bring your attention back to how you're breathing in and breathing out. And then afterwards, you will write in your report the kinds of things that your mind was thinking about, or whether you were able to stay on your breath for a long time or a short time. All these experiences that your mind notices and then comes back to the breath, you will share with us in your report. So let us do mindful sitting, and when the bell goes, we will continue with our program. All right, everyone, you may open your eyes. Oh, someone's hungry. Someone eating. All right. Yeah, so that was mindful sitting. Now it's time for report writing. Uh, Let us write our experience with walking and sitting. 2, 3, 4 sentences for mindful sitting. Start with mindful walking and then 2, 3, 4 sentences for mindful sitting. Share with us whether you were able to keep your mind in the present moment. When other things happen, thoughts, you see things, hear things, were you able to bring your mind to the present moment, to what you are doing, walking or observing your breath? Please let us know that in your mindful report. Then just write it in your mindful journal or just grab a piece of paper and pen. And after 15 minutes or so, we can start sharing the reports. All right, let's get going.
Avasarai Bante, Metuli, you have a question, Dua, or was it a mistake? You have a question? You can unmute and speak if so.
I'm already finished.
You've
Oh,
already.
really? Okay, that's fantastic. So let us give everyone else a chance to write their reports. And then we will start with you, Methuli.
Okay.
All right.
Those who have done writing can click the Zoom raise hand button and keep just to give us a sign saying that you have completed writing, okay? So just click the Zoom raise hand. Yes, Methuli just did. We'll wait for the others also to finish.
Yes, thank you for reminding us, Kiniti Auntie.
Yes, Puta, I can see from the name Harsha raising the hand. You can unmute. You have a question or just showing that you finished?
I finished.
You finished. Great. Okay. Right.
Okay, so if you haven't finished, you may continue with your writing, and we can start with those who are finished. Hopefully, by the time we go through everyone will have finished their reports. I wish everyone would actually try to write a report today, but if you will not be writing and sharing a report with us, it's fine. You can just observe how we will be doing this, and next time when you join us, you can also write and share your report. It's good to share our reports with others so that we can know how they are understanding this mindfulness, and that will also help us to understand mindfulness. Okay, without further ado, let's begin. Tanuka, your hands free. Will you be guiding us,
Yes,
or
Swami.
I can do it? Okay.
First, Methuli can unmute.
Uh, Mindful walking. I felt after the bell sitting. I felt my breathing, neighbor's dog, and became mindful again. Thank you.
Thank you, Metali. We kind of lost you a little bit for your mindful walking. Could you repeat only your mindful walking? Only mindful walking. Please unmute and share your mindful walking again.
Methuli, you can unmute again.
Mindful walking. I felt my footsteps. After the bell rang, my feet were tired.
Ah, right. Very short and sweet report. So just the basic thing about mindfulness, just knowing what was happening. And I'm sure you knew other things while you were doing mindful walking, many other things, because you know the nature of our mind is to know things that we are seeing, to know things we are hearing. It just knows on its own, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So in your next report, I will want you to add 2 or 3 more things that you noticed when you were doing your mindful walking and your mindful sitting. Other than that, you can see being mindful is very easy. It is just about knowing what is happening in that present moment where you are, what you are doing at that time. Okay? Very good.
Okay.
Next, Daksit can unmute.
Mindful walking. I felt that the floor was a bit cold, and I was counting the number of footsteps I was taking. It was around 300 steps. And mindful sitting, I felt that although my mind was still kind of focused on the breathing, it was still going everywhere, and I was thinking about what my mom was going to make for food. I also felt at the end of it was my mind felt very relaxed. That's about it.
Right. Thanks for sharing your report, Daksit. Yes, the counting, when we count our steps, in the beginning, this helps us to keep our mind calm. Sometimes our thoughts, our mind just keeps wandering everywhere. But when we count how many steps we are doing, you see, that is directly related to what we are doing in the present moment. And that means we are cultivating our mindfulness. So yes, this is a good practice. You should keep it up. Whenever you feel that your mind cannot stay with what you're doing in the present moment, you can always count your footsteps. At least that is connected to what you are doing physically in that same moment. And for your mindful sitting, you told us you were thinking about other things, other than your breath. This is also very natural. This is just the nature of our mind. It knows things all the time. It's just knowing things. But when we try to restrain the mind, by always remembering to come back to the present moment, then we are connected to this in-breath and out-breath. And so we will not be swept away by thoughts. We will not be swept away by emotions. And this is exactly what we were talking about today. When you're mindful, all the unwholesome and negative and ugly thoughts, they cannot sweep us away so that we react in a way that is not caring to others. We should do not speak harshly to others. So keep up the mindfulness every day, just 10 minutes, mindful walking, mindful sitting, and keep this report to yourself. You can even write it in your own report book. And over time, you can just read it and see how your mindfulness is progressing, how you're just able to be in the present moment from time to time. All right, great.
Next, Ovindu can unmute.
So is it walking mindfully and sitting?
Sorry, was that a question?
Do I have to walk mindfully? Do I have to talk about my walking mindfully and my mindful sitting?
Yes, we did mindful walking and mindful sitting. And after that, we wrote about our experiences. Did you write about your mindful walking experience? Yeah. Okay, so please start with mindful walking and then follow that up with mindful sitting.
I took my slow steps in the beginning, focusing on the touch of my feet. And I could start feeling the movement in my joints. Over time, I started to feel like I understood the greatness of each step. It made me feel grateful for simply walking, for that time at least. For sitting, I kept thinking about other things. I told myself not to falter repeatedly. However, I realized I was feeling my posture, thoughts, and ambience. So I eased up and let myself breathe naturally. Thoughts still tried to hinder me, but in the end, all I felt was my breath. I felt at ease.
All right, thanks, Avindu. Yet again, we see this mind that we are carrying. It is just knowing things. When you're walking, you know what you're feeling beneath your feet. You know the texture of the floor on which you're walking, maybe the temperature. You talked about noticing things in your joints. This is just the nature of the mind. It knows things. And also in mindful sitting, you said you were having a lot of thoughts. Again, this is just the nature of the mind. And one thing that I would like all of us to remember is whatever comes up in the mind, there's no need to be angry or agitated or even overly excited about it. This is just the nature of the mind. When you see clouds passing in the sky, do you, jump for joy, all excited? Oh, look, clouds in the sky. We don't really do that, right? Because we know this is just the nature of clouds. They're just passing. They came from that direction to that direction, and now they're gone. So this is also how our thoughts are. Whether they are unwholesome or wholesome, positive or negative, when we are mindful, we just observe them and accept them for what they are. So whenever we feel like we are being distracted, come back to the present moment, and now you'll realize, oh, now I'm thinking that I am being distracted. So then you're still mindful. Even when you're unmindful, you notice that you're still mindful because you know that you're not being mindful. That is still mindfulness. So this is something that I would really love everyone to remember. And so why we do everyday mindful walking and mindful sitting is so that we can keep training our mind. They say the mind is like a muscle. The more you work it out, the stronger it becomes. So the more you practice mindfulness every day, the more you will notice things just arising and passing away, and you will not have to react to them. You just always remain calm and connecting to what we were discussing today. You will never do anything that can harm others or harm yourself. So very good. every day, 10 minutes. I hope you can manage that. Can you manage that, Ovindu? Yeah, wonderful. Every day, 10 minutes, mindful walking, mindful sitting. All right, keep it up. Let's move to the next report.
The last Harsha can unmute.
Mindful walking. When I was going to put my first step, my breath felt a little cold. Number 2, when I was mid-foot, I also felt a lot of cold and I was relaxed. Number 3, when I was on my last steps, my breath felt heavy, heavier than usual. Mindful sitting. When I started, I was mainly focused on my back, where my body weight was pressed down. 2, when I was focused on my breath, which felt oddly light to the point where my body was breathing itself. Number 3, lastly, I focused on my legs, which felt really sweaty to me, sweatier than usual. Thank you.
All right, thanks for sharing your report, Harsha. I would want to bring our attention to one thing that you said about your breath. You said you noticed that the body was just breathing on its own, right? Yeah, that shows that your mindfulness is very sharp. Most of the time when we start observing our breathing in and our breathing out, we tend to want to control our body. We say, now I want to be calm. I want to be calm right now. I want to be relaxed. But you see, now, if you start thinking those things, you are trying to control how you're breathing. So don't control how you breathe. And when you don't control your breath, you'll just notice that this body, it's just breathing on its own. I don't even have to do anything. Just sit back and relax. And it just starts breathing on its own. You have been breathing on your own all the days of your life since you were born. And now it's just time to sit, relax, be mindful, and notice it as it is happening. And you will also notice other things that you are doing with your body. You will see that they are just happening on their own. So no need to be worried, no need to be anxious. And that is why people who practice mindfulness, they always appear very calm and very peaceful. And they don't regret things that they did because they know they are always mindful. So keep it up. Keep noticing all these things that the mind is being attracted to when you're doing mindful walking and mindful sitting every day, 10 minutes walking, 10 minutes sitting, and always keep a journal, and your mindfulness will keep increasing. Great. Let's move to the next report.
Next, Kavindi can unmute.
Mindful walking. When I was doing mindful walking, I felt that my feet are touching the floor. I count my steps. Mindful sitting. When I was doing mindful sitting, I was very calm. I heard the birds are singing. Thank you.
All right. Great, Kavindi. You heard things. You counted your steps. This shows that you are always being in the present moment. Again, I would just like to repeat this quality of our mind, always knowing something. That alone is mindfulness. You know it only for what it is. You don't start thinking about other things that are not connected to it, or you do not get swept away with the thoughts. If you know that the flow is cold, you have just known that the flow is cold. It is very simple and it is very straightforward. So this is how we keep making our mindfulness stronger and stronger. The more we practice, the more we become mindful. And so we just observe things as they are. That was a great report. Thank you very much. Every day, 10 minutes mindful walking and mindful sitting, and keep a journal to yourself. and keep improving your mindfulness. Next report.
Okay.
Next, Pasat can unmute.
Mindful walking. When I was doing mindful walking, I felt very calm. No distractions. I felt the steps as I walked mindfully, and I felt the softness of the rug and the hardness of the tiles. I was mindful until I got distracted because of a thought. But I got mindful again, and when the bell rang, I returned to my seat. Mindful sitting. When I was doing mindful sitting, I felt very calm, no distractions. I felt cool because I was near the fan, and I felt the in-breath I felt the in-breath, the out-breath going in and out of my nostrils. I was very mindful until I got distracted because of a thought. And I got mindful again, and when the bell rang, I opened my eyes.
All right, thanks, Pasat. I have a question for you. It seems that you are relaxed through your mindful walking and mindful sitting. All through, you are very relaxed. And do you like being relaxed?
Yes.
And what happens when you are suddenly distracted and you're not relaxed anymore? How do you feel? You said you like being
Not
relaxed.
happy?
So what happened? Yes, you don't feel happy. This is the answer that we all expect. Whenever we are experiencing something, a relaxation, some kind of comfort, we should always be mindful that we are experiencing it only at that moment, in the present moment, so that when it changes, you know everything changes, right? And it is bound to change. You're bound to get distracted. We should always be mindful so that even when we get distracted and we are no longer relaxed and no longer comfortable, we still know, now I am not relaxed. Now I am not comfortable. And if you just let it stay at knowing, then you will not be not happy. You will not be agitated or confused or worried or anything like that. So it is good to always notice that you're relaxed and then also notice that you are not relaxed. Just let the mind keep knowing whatever is happening in the present moment. That was very good. Let us move on to, is this our last report now?
Yes, I mean,
Renu?
answer. Can I report now?
Yes, all right.
Also, I mean, answer. Mindful walking. First, I felt that the floor was cold and clean. There were no dust particles under my foot, so it felt like I kind of had a fresh pair of touch pads. When the dust particles started accumulating under my foot, then it felt like the freshness kind of wasn't there anymore. And every step I took, it felt like the ground was full of dust, although they were already stuck onto my foot, and it was my feet which was dirty. When I first started mindfully walking, I saw my feet were kind of wet and sweaty. Then, when I went on, it was full of dust particles. In these two instances, I saw my foot slipping sometimes, but in different ways. First, when my feet were wet, I saw my foot having grip. When I added forward pressure, and when the force came to a point, my front part of the foot quickly slipped and went back. It was kind of like my feet were holding on, but quickly giving up and letting go all at once. But when my feet had, but then after that, when my feet had little dust particles, and when I quickly added pressure, first I saw that my foot started slipping, but in a slow manner, as if it was slowly letting go, but still holding on to the ground. I saw that when my heel, I saw that when the I saw that when my heel was pushing forwards, the back part of my foot went up, but it didn't feel like the foot was lifting up my whole body weight. because most of my body weight was about to fall forwards for my other foot to catch on. Mindful sitting. First, I felt that the seat was cold and hard. I also saw that my heartbeat and my breath were slowly decreasing in speed. Uh, and also, I felt myself and my table vibrating a little when cars were going by close to my house. But I saw this was only happening when the engine rumble came up only to a certain frequency level. Thank you.
All right, thanks for your report, Tenuka. And now, everyone who has had Tenuka's report, you have seen how detailed it is, right? He noticed a lot of things, and things are always changing. At one point, his foot is slipping. At one point, it's firm on the ground. At one point, it's wet. At one point, he cannot feel the wetness. All of these things, the mind is just knowing. That means the mind is knowing what is happening in the moment when he's walking or when he's sitting. The mind is always knowing things. So can you imagine the amount of or the number of things your mind knows from the time that you wake up in the morning to the time that you go to sleep at night? You cannot have enough report books to write all your experiences. So many things. So the mind is always just knowing. And it is our duty. It is our, it is our duty as people who are practicing mindfulness to always be in the moment and know what is happening every moment from time to time, from moment to moment, whether we are walking, whether we are sitting, just always keep your mind knowing what is happening. Thank you very much for that very detailed report, Tenuka. I am very happy to have all of you share your reports today. And I hope that next session, those who have been observing will be encouraged to let us know how they experience mindfulness themselves. Okay? So now we will move on to the mindful activity as usual. I will let you carry on with that. So my parting or my closing words for today is, today we discussed sending, and you will be doing this in the activity as well. We discussed sending a virtual hug. You know what virtual means, like on electronic devices and things like that, right? But let us always keep in mind what it means to really send a hug. It is to always let others know that they are important. Is to always show others kindness. When you do this, you don't even need to give someone a hug. Only your actions alone, only the things that you say, your words, they will show that you are kind or you are compassionate or you are caring. And this is even better than giving a hug. This is the highest hug. Your actions and your deeds and your speech, what you say with your own mouth. Okay, so I hope all of you will keep on practicing mindfulness every day, and I will hand over to Kiniti Auntie so that you can start the mindful activity for this week.
Avasara Swaminathan, sir. Now we'll be doing our mindful activity. I would like to invite Kiniti Auntie to start with the mindful activity.
Great.
Thank you, Tenuka and Avasarai Bante. And thank you so much, Bante, for explaining and revisiting on the topic. You eased a bit of my burden by explaining and giving an introduction to what we are about to do. And very happy to see Bante at the first session for this year too. Okay, so hello all the kids. Like Bante has been saying, today's activity is an interesting one. It's about sending a virtual hug, right? So now you were just told what a virtual hug is and why we feel like sending it and when we can send it and the importance, right? So can some of you tell me, what I'll do is I'll give you the chance now to unmute yourselves, right? But remember to speak one at a time. If we all go to unmute and speak, we will not hear anyone, right? So you have the chance when you want to unmute and speak, but we'll give the chance for one person at a time, right? Okay, so when do you feel like giving a hug to someone? Can some of you share me some of the thoughts? Yes, Putta, your name is Harsha or?
No, my actual name is Risit,
Risit. Yes,
and that's my father's name.
Yes, okay, so that's the name on the device. Yes, okay. So Risit, when do you feel like hugging someone?
When they're feeling really sad, like when they're feeling distracted.
Okay, good. Yes. So when somebody's feeling down and low and sad, we might feel like giving a hug. Anyone else? Anyone else? When do you or when have you felt like, hugging someone? Or if they are not there, maybe like sending a hug, maybe in our thoughts we are just, okay, sending a big hug to them if they are not close by. So what are some of the times you felt like that? Who wants to give a go? So Risit, yes.
My friends when they are sad.
Yeah. When they are sad, you feel like, yes, just letting them know that,
Yeah.
don't worry, I'm here for you. Yes, we feel like giving a big
Yeah.
hug when they are feeling sad. And what are the times?
I don't
Anyone
know.
else? Yes, okay. So Methuli and Risit got the chance. Anyone else wants to share? It might be a
Maybe
person, pet. Yes, Tenuka.
maybe it's like a way to say sorry to some person if we do something wrong. We go hug him.
Surely, yes. Sometimes, when we want to say that we are sorry, we might do that. Yes, good. Yes. And have you all seen that part?
Um,
Yes.
when we want to tell that we love each other.
Of course, yes. When we want to show our love to someone, yes, we give a hug. And I just remembered that clip from Migration movie. Do you all remember?
Yes.
Yes, it's a very nice one. Yes. So when someone knew, that was when somebody was angry. Is that right? If I remember right?
Yes.
If someone is feeling upset or angry or, yes, in a lousy mood, I think a hug usually can fix anything, right? Okay, so that's what we are going to do today. For this, you will need, we are going to send a virtual hug to somebody. We'll just do a surprise for somebody. Okay, I'll send that person's number. Now we have to create something and send a WhatsApp message. This is the activity we are going to do today. So we are going to send a surprise. We are going to send lots of hugs to someone. I'll declare who it is later. Okay. So one thing is, you need to have a phone, or I think even a tab with a camera is fine, and with WhatsApp. All of you have that facility. It won't take time for the activity. You will do it quickly, but just make sure that you have a smartphone or a tablet. Yes, Putta. Yes, Risit.
Is a computer all right?
First, you need to take a photo of yours or a video. For that, you might need some device where you can take a photo or a short video. And I think the rest, if you can transfer that photo to the computer, you can send the WhatsApp through that. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Now, I'll just put to the chat too. In any case, if you all don't see it in time, let me share the number in the chat. This is the number where you have to send the final product of yours, right? So you can be as creative as you want. Yeah. So this is the number we have to send, right? And if we are having any small kids, you can ask some of your an adult who's close by to come and help you with this, right? Okay, so we take the phone and first strike a pose, like sending a big hug, okay? And you can take like a very short video, maybe like few seconds, 3 to 6 seconds, I think, for the, it's like a GIF animated video if you are making. Maximum is, I think, 10 seconds, right? So your video doesn't have to be longer than that. It might be either you doing a pose or it can be a photo, right? So if you are going to take a selfie, even a big giant smile or big grin, like, right? So that could be another thing that we are trying to send. So first we need to take a photo or a short video, okay? So we are going to send this to show that we feel like they are important to us. So whenever we want to send something to another person, to say that we are being, we are thinking of them, they are important to us, you can use this sticker, right? It's creating a virtual hug sticker. That's the activity. Okay, so I'll give you some time to take that photo or short video of yours. Go on. Right? So we'll also try to take one.
I want to do the picture and I want to type the number.
Yes.
Make the sticker.
Okay, so you can stretch your arms. So any creative pose is all right. If any of you are having any trouble, please feel free to ask from us, okay? Otherwise, I'm assuming that you are all very tech savvy and you just know what to do, okay?
I know how to.
Which number are we supposed to send it?
I've put it in the chat, Puta. Can you see?
This chat.
Yes, this Zoom chat. Yes, that's the number. So, okay, so once you've taken the photo or the video, that's your raw material, right? So that's the content. Let me know, I'll tell you the steps. I think it's very easy for you all. So we have to go to WhatsApp and send to this number. So it will open the chat with this number. Okay? Let me know if you are at that step where you've taken your video or the photo. And we are just going to send this to Niranja auntie. Okay, so don't worry, it's going to go to someone safe, not to worry. It's Niranjanti's phone. So one thing is, so she recently, yes, we will send her because I think she needs a hug for a lot of reasons. She's sometimes busy. We'll remind her that we are all thinking of her, and she recently turned 25 years old, so she went back to 25.
Only 25.
Yes, I'm kidding. So we are celebrating her. We will, yes, so many reasons. Yes, sometimes we don't need a reason even, just to send to someone saying that we are thinking of them, and yes. And anyone celebrating their birthdays recently from here? Did anyone celebrate your birthdays recently? Yes? Risit, you did? No? Methuli, you did? Yes? Okay, right. Anyone else? Yes. So it's Methuli and Auntie Niranja. So
52 or 20.
I will send another one to Methuli later. Yes? Okay, so are we at this place? We need to do the rest. I'm waiting for you to go to the chat with this number. Methuli is done, right? And then I will tell the steps. See if you can follow what I'm saying. And if you're stuck with anything, you can go. So you go to this number, it'll open the chat, and you can go to the sticker. Do you see? Yes? There is a sticker icon in the place where you are typing. If you can see it, just put a thumbs up so that I know. Yes. Risit knows. Who are the others? Yes. Yes, Methuli knows. Okay, everyone knows. Yes. I guess our teenage kids all know. I think they can tell better than me, yes, about how to create a sticker. So you go to the sticker, and you might see the words GIF, and you might see like the avatar, and the last one would be the sticker. So in that, go to create. We are going to create a new sticker from our own pictures or video, right? Then pick your favorite photo or the video, right? So when you pick it, it will automatically remove the background, and it's just yourself, maybe with your, yes, Risit.
Can we put emojis?
I'm having a little trouble with that create part.
Okay, what's the problem?
I can't find it.
Okay. So where are you now, Puta? You're in the chat. Okay, yes. So in there, can you see next to the message, there is like a face, like a sticker?
Just oh, emoji?
Yeah, just click that and see.
Okay, like here.
No, there was one now.
Not that one. Okay. Down, can you see emoji after that GIF? After that, you can see the third button. Click that. That's the sticker.
Yeah, here.
Right, yes. So there should be one saying create. Can you lift it a bit, Puta? And okay. Give me 1 minute. Tenuka? Do you know Tenuka or Bindu or who? Anyone? Yes. Now I'll show our one, right? So how does it see?
Give me.
Yes.
Give me.
Now in our one, we go to this part. There is a sticker, right? And then there is one called create. Can you see? Wait. Create here.
My one is like this.
Okay, your one is
Cliff.
okay.
Put Cliff.
You click the one next to that message M, yes? Then only you are getting these things? That button next to the word message, typing part, on the left side there is one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is where you are, right?
Yeah, now I'm there.
Okay. And then you are in the sticker bit. There should be one called create.
Show me.
Here. It's here.
You found it? Right. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Now, when you go to create, it will give you, it will go to your camera roll and you can pick the picture that you want to use. Did it go to the picture that you wanted? Yes? Okay,
Yes.
so pick the picture you want.
Yes.
And it will automatically remove all the background and you have a sticker. Yes? Like this. You have only the sticker. Yes?
You're done.
Done.
Done. Right. Now then, after that, you can make it creative. So we have the picture, and if you type like the text button, you can type something on it. So I'm going to type sending virtual hug. Virtual hug. Here, I typed saying sending virtual hug, right? And you can drag it anywhere. You can make it small, right? If it's big, you can kind of adjust the size and make it small, and you can lift it and place it anywhere you want. So I'm placing it like that, right? And you can put emojis, right? So get
Can I
creative.
Put some emojis? I want.
Okay. So I'm just putting an emoji somewhere, and I'm typing another one saying hug sent. Hug sent, and you can put any fun emojis you want, right?
I want. Okay.
And I'm just putting it, placing it somewhere down like that. Okay? All right. And send. Once you are done, and if you want, you can take the pencil and do any swirls or hearts, anything, right? Just you can make it nice.
Can I put
And
the
once you are
emoji?
done,
Can I put the-
just go to, you are in that chat with that number and click send, right? So the message will go, right? Now, if you want to keep this sticker, it will add to your sticker stack. You can add it to your favorites and keep it. And when anytime you want to send it to somebody, you can use this sticker.
How can I make it?
Methuli, yes, Dua. Did you manage to do it? Can you unmute and speak? Yes?
I already sent a photo, but do I have to make the sticker?
Yes, try to make the sticker, right? So we are trying to make
Okay.
a virtual hug sticker and send it. Let me know if you get stuck anywhere, right? Okay.
Okay.
What about the others? Those who have done, just give a thumbs up and show me, right? You can, yes. Tenuka done. Oh, yes, nice. Risit done. Risit has done a short animation. Yes, very nice. Did you enjoy doing it? Risit?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Methuli, how was it? She's making. I'll give you time to make it, right? What about the others? Ovindu done. Ovindu, you can either share with us or put it to the chat. How did you feel doing it? Very easy. This is like the 100th time you are doing it. Omendri done. Nice dua. Yes.
Like first time.
This is the first time. Yes, it was my first time too. Right? It doesn't take long. It's just, I think, once we do it once or twice, we can get creative and do. Right? So this is not an excuse to misuse the devices, but whenever we want to send and when our face is there, it gives a personal touch, yes, to the person we are sending. So it's a small act of kindness, being thoughtful and showing that we are thinking about them, they are important to us. So that's a part of empathy. Yes? Okay. Right. Purvi, did you manage to do it, Dua? I saw Biana, Dua also was there. I hope you are doing. And Mahish Chandula, yes. Yenuja, and I saw Nemsit also was there. So, all right. That's basically it for our activity today. Anyone who didn't get the chance to do it, you have the number. Please send us a message to that number if you need any help on how to do it. We would love to get the stickers from all of you, yes? And we will try to do a collection and show it as homework next week to Bante during our homework sharing time, right? So usually we try to share our last week's homework and just see with everyone what we've done, right? So this week's activity, we will try to show it as a slideshow or, a collection from you all. So make sure that you all send, right? Okay. So thank you, kids. It's lovely to see you today and hope to see you next week as well. Anyone who wants to have any closing thoughts on the activity we did? No. Okay, right.
Methuli raised her hand.
Yes, Methuli. What is it?
I made the sticker now.
Awesome. Right. Great, Dua. We will share it. Oh, yes. The one who gave the surprise wants to say something. Yes, Auntie Niranja is here.
Hello everyone.
Santa Claus,
I'm
yes.
sorry. I'm in a vehicle. I couldn't join. Thank you very much. It's a nice surprise. Beginning of the year. Choosing me. It's nice. So I
kids,
got a nice connection. So I couldn't open because one after the other tick 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 I'm getting. So nice. So now nice all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'll make a nice presentation next week.
Okay, so why we are
Okay.
sending it to her is she's the person behind the scene who is, making the arrangements for this session and all that. So that's why we are being grateful and we are sending a surprise hug to her, right? If she wasn't there, we won't be able to sometimes do the session. And you know who gives these ideas, right? So this idea was given by Swamin Wahanse, right? So Venerable Dhammakusala Thero gave the idea. So we are grateful to Swamin Wahanse as well. And we are sending that surprise to Niranja Aunty for being with us all the time, right? Okay. Okay, thank you. And over to Tenuka. Thanks, Tenuka, for doing the course today.
Most Venerable Dhammosada Swamin Mahansa, as we are at the end of the program, I would like to give a brief summary of today's session. As usual, we started off the session with a small story about mindfulness. Then we did mindful walking and mindful sitting for about 10 minutes and read and discussed our reports with the group. I would like to thank Kiniti Auntie in making a giving a in giving a hug in making a giving a hug sticker with us. Finally, I am taking this opportunity to thank respectfully our most venerable Dhammosada Thero on behalf of all our mindful friends who have joined today's session and for giving us this valuable experience about mindfulness. Have a mindful week, you all. Thiruvana Saranai.
Have a mindful week, everyone.
Have a mindful week, everyone. See you next week.
Have a mindful week. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year and have a mindful week, everyone. See you next Saturday.
Have a mindful week, everyone.
Bye.
Have a mindful week and see you.
Mm.